Hello, my name is Lorenzo Davis, and I am 27 years old. I am from Seattle, Washington, and today I want to share my thoughts and perspectives about life in general and about purpose and how we navigate our way through society. I understand that there are many of those who will disagree with my views. I am assuming that there will be those who believe differently than me. But one of the things about America and in the world in general, we have the capacity and the greatness of diversity, and we have the right to disagree with those who hold views that are counter to our own, that are counter to our own values. I believe that one of the purposes of life, no matter if you're white, black, Asian, Mexican, no matter where you came from, no matter what ethnicity you came from, I believe that one of the purposes that many of those who are of a sound mind, they strive for greatness, they strive for perfection, they have a purpose to live their life with meaning, live their life with happiness and joy, to be better people for themselves and for their families and their children. They want the best life possible that they can live. They make plans, they go to school, they go to work, they start corporations and businesses to advance their goals and to progress in society under enormous difficulties. Some face challenges from competitors. Some face social stigmas and segregation. Some may face racism or prejudice. But despite these obstacles, they continue to strive in the midst of adversity, continue to conquer the storm, and go throughout their journey of life to obtaining their goals. Some, however, never actually achieve their goals. They strive, they work hard, they plan, but they never actually turn out to where they actually wanted to be. And they regret their lives. And they live their lives in despair and sicknesses and doubt because of all the failures and all the times that they made promises but failed to deliver. And it shatters their dreams, the visions that they once had, that they aspired to be great, to start their businesses, to provide products and services to advance society, to live in the domains and navigate their way throughout the universe, to expand their consciousness, and to be there for their families and their children, have all, according to them, have been shattered. And now they just live life day to day, trying to make it, trying to survive, trying to do the best that they can do. Some advance in society. They make it, they progress, they benefit. They start to associate with people of a higher caliber. They live their life with more professionalism and debonair. And they start to go to the most extravagant and elegant places that one can go to. And they begin to rise in privilege and social status. And their incomes begin to grow exponentially. And they begin to have more power and authority. And now they can make decisions that affect many people's lives. But some of them forget where they came from. They forget their stories, their own personal narratives. They forget the people who supported them when they were down. and they had no one to turn to. In short, they forgot who they are as people and as a person because they let the materialism, they let the status, the power, the privilege, the social places in which they become adjusted to cloud their vision, disrupt their character. And although they hold these positions, they do not they are not in control of themselves. And I think this is one of the greatest problems that we are facing in society. No matter if you're white or black, it doesn't matter what race you are. When greed, deceit, manipulation, power, control, privilege, when all these things starts to corrupt one's own moral character, one's own moral compass, one's own vision for a better life and a better future for themselves and for their families, when one's status and power starts to degrade and dehumanize one's own sense of right, one's own consciousness, then that's when we have a problem. That's when we reach a state of a war, of a battle, whereby people begin to not care about who you are, what you are, but they look at you as objects. They look at you as things, vices, and things to be manipulated. This brings about disruptive engagement upon all people, all races, all countries, and all principalities of the world. And when we begin to counter these divisive tactics used by those who are in the status quo, those who are in the know, those who set the laws, and those who propagate violence and propagate the destruction of humanity, only then will we be able to bring about fundamental change in our society. Whatever particular ideology or ontology one espouses to, one subscribes to, one must realize that we share a common humanity, a common story, a common narrative to survive, to live, and to thrive. And if we can focus on the things that unite us rather than the things that bring us apart, then we as a community, we as a family, we as a society, we as a nation, and we as a world can bring about the fundamental changes that we need in this world with hunger, poverty, diseases, incarceration, healthcare, economics, politics, religion, intolerance, religious intolerance, and all of these different issues that we face can be solved by recognizing that we all come from a common starting point. And this starting point that we come from can unite us rather than bring us apart. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate all of those who view this and just sit back and think about it. It's not nothing different that you probably haven't heard before. I am not a scholar. I am not a professor. I'm just an individual who is trying to share some of my perspectives about life and about the purpose and the potential that we all have within each of us. Thank you and have a nice day.